For contactless dining, each ticket is assigned a unique QR code. Upon selecting the table and indicating the number of guests, you are directed to the ring of the screen where a QR code specific to the ticket is presented. With a simple click on the designated QR code, initiate printing from your allocated printer. You can print as many QR codes as you want based on the number of guests seated at the table. This printed QR code is then handed to the customer, serving as a convenient link between their table and the ordering system. The customer will then scan the QR code and order items from the store's menu and pay through the online website if enabled in your settings. This integrated system allows customers to effortlessly send orders, make payments at the end of their dining experience, and request assistance from the server. Additionally, a request pop-up conveniently appears on the cell screen, enhancing the efficiency of the entire process. Once the ticket is closed out, the QR code loses its validity. Let's start with the QR contactless dining experience. From the restaurant's perspective, to generate a QR code for a customer, begin by selecting a table and specifying the number of guests. On the sales screen, locate the QR code icon and click on it to print out a QR code specific to the chosen table. The QR code will resemble the following format. Now shifting to the customer's site, upon scanning the QR code with their mobile device, they will gain access to the online ordering website of the restaurant. Here they can browse through the menu and select their desired items. Once they finalize their order, they can simply hit the Send Order button, which will transmit their order directly to the kitchen. Upon the customer's order submission, employees will receive a notification on the left-hand side of the POS screen indicated by a yellow pop-up. By clicking on this notification, employees can view the items ordered by the customer along with their corresponding table number. Also, customers can view and pay their bills through the online payment system if enabled. Upon selecting the Pay option, customers will be prompted to fill in the required information for payment processing. Customers also have the option to request assistance from the server using the Call Server feature. This allows them to request various services without physically flagging down a server. The functionality of these request buttons can be customized by adjusting the settings on the POS system with the option to configure up to 10 different requests. All requests initiated by the customer will appear on the POS system, allowing servers to acknowledge and confirm receipt of each request with this simple click. To set up QR contactless dining, go to Menu, Settings, Menu 11, and find the tab that says Seatless for contactless. Here are the basic details to set up contactless dining. More event details can be found on the Veronica AB. First, set the mode standard so you can use contactless dining for taking orders. If you set it as Pay, it will only be used as a pay station. Then you're going to choose the menu that you want to show for the store. For example, the menu you see under Contactless Dining is the same menu you will see on the POS. However, you have the option to set a different menu for contactless dining. You also have the option to provide special instructions so the customers can input a memo. Once configured, proceed to the Order tab to set up parameters such as ticket limits, quality restrictions, and time intervals between orders to streamline the ordering process and manage customer expectations. The base calculation determines how orders are processed. If selecting per ticket, this means that the table can only order up to a specified number of items per order, while per guest allows each customer at the table to order up to a certain quantity. You can also set up a quantity limit on certain items to prevent excessive ordering. Additionally, you also have the option to set up a time limit, which is the number of minutes that need to pass before they can make another order. For example, let's say you're an all-you-can-eat restaurant and don't want customers ordering every single minute. You can set the time limit to 5 minutes, and the customer will have to wait 5 minutes before they can order something new. To learn more about categories within this section, go to the Veronica AB. Now moving to the Payments tab, you can choose how customers make payments. Under the Tips section, if you leave the setting as Auto, your tip section will adhere to the credit card machine settings. On the other hand, if set to Custom, this is where you can define specific tips, tiers, and amounts. You have the option to choose from 3 different payment methods: online only, online plus in-person, and in-person only. If you select online only, this means that the customer is only allowed to pay using their mobile device. There will be no interaction with this server when they're trying to pay. In-person only means the customer cannot pay on their phone. It will need to request a server to pay for their order. The last option, online plus in-person, gives the customer the freedom to either pay from their mobile device or pay with the server. In the Billing section, this is where you can configure app settings to verify customers' billing information for fraud prevention. Options include verifying which zip code, address, or none, depending on your preference and security requirements. If you put it as a zip code, the customer will only need to input a zip code when paying online. If it is set to address, the customer needs to enter their full address to process payments. Instead of none, they don't need to enter their address information. Now navigate to the Communication tab to customize the actions associated with the Call Server button that customers see when scanning the QR code. To fill this out, type up the call action name followed by a comma and then a space. Once you press Save, go to the Admin setting and press Publish. Now when you navigate to the Call Server button through the Contactless Dining QR code, you will see that the call action buttons have been changed. Lastly, in the Print section, configure QR code settings based on the Contactless Dining mode. If it is in Pay mode, then the QR on the ticket default needs to be yes. If it is on Standard mode and the QR on the ticket is put as yes, this means that whenever the server is printing out a building or check, a QR code will be printed out under the check so that the customer can scan the QR code and pay on their own. Under this are 2 settings where you can choose the message that you would like to show up with the QR code. By following these steps, you can effectively set up and customize QR Contactless Dining to the hands, efficiency, and customer experience in your restaurant.